Hello everyone, welcome to Even the Scales. Thank you for clicking on my video today and I hope you're having a good weekend. I'm back on my channel right now to protect myself from the abuse of my neighbours and the Campbelltown Police. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, I have been going through severe abuse from my community, from the majority of my community here in Campbelltown, New South Wales, for over a year now. But because I've been speaking out about the crimes against humanity and the environmental crimes that have taken place here in Campbelltown over the past year, a lot of the abuse has calmed down, but they're still trying to get to me any way they can. And this is because this is a part of a police cover-up and they're trying to cover up things around domestic violence that took place during the 10 years that I have lived with family and domestic violence in my life. They're also covering up for a pedophile, and they're also covering up for a police officer that has committed very violent crimes against women. There's also other things too that they are covering up. So this is why I have been going through this. And right now it is the close neighbours that are adjoined to my home that are still putting me through abuse. I actually went out and bought a ladder this morning and I managed to cover up the camera that has been placed in my home. There is an illegal camera in my home where the community that have been a part of this have been able to view me in my home. And this is so that the police and the community can try and have some kind of control over my life and so that they can abuse me according to what I'm doing in my home, according to my movements in the home. And they also come up with ideas on how they can abuse me as well by watching me in my home. So I went out and I bought a ladder and I covered it up this morning. But I mean, obviously they can still listen in on my home at this point. I can't actually reach my fire alarm, which is where the camera is. I can't reach it even with a ladder. I can't open it up to take the camera out, so I've just covered it right now. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to just deal with that. But I mean, that's a big bonus for me that I've been able to do that because, at least these people can't actually watch me in my home. But I'm on here to protect myself from my neighbour because the neighbour that lives diagonally to me, and there's four of us actually in this block where I live. There's three neighbours that are joined to my unit, and these three neighbours are actually able to control the air in my home. And they're able to do this by sending whatever they like through their range hoods over their stove. And my landlord, St George Community Housing, has teamed up with the justice system, with the Campbelltown Police, to be able to allow these neighbours to be able to abuse the air in my home. And when they first did this, I think they thought that it would, be something that would drive me crazy. They wanted to make it look like I was imagining the smells that were coming through to my home. But I mean, it's so obvious. It's been so obvious what these neighbours are doing. And because I've covered up this camera, these neighbours wouldn't know what to do with themselves because they have done nothing but obsess over stalking and abusing me for months and months now, ever since they've been able to view me in my home. And they're being paid to do this. They've actually been paid to abuse me to death, these neighbours. So right now, the neighbour that lives diagonally to me, it's a male, and he just, he mustn't know what to do with himself. I mean, because all he does is watch me and think of ways to abuse me. This is all this person does. Total loser. I mean, that's all he does with his life. And, he's lost because he can't actually view me in my home. And this person is a natural abuser. He's he's someone who gets enjoyment out of causing harm, and he's enjoyed watching me suffer through this, and it's all he does. I swear this is all this person does, even through the night. This person stalks me from morning till late at night, even through the night. And because he can't see into my home, it must be really getting to him right now. So he has started back up sending smells through into my home. And he's using his dirty, filthy cigarette smoke. So I'm back on here to expose my landlord, St George Community Housing, who has actually given these neighbours the ability to do this. They have actually rigged these range hoods. They also know about the camera that's in my smoke alarm. I mean, they've worked with the justice system to put me through this abuse. It was meant to take my life. I was not meant to survive this. So right now I'm protecting myself and my air, the air in my home, from this abusive person. He is very, very abusive, and he's an absolute coward. I mean, if I had someone else here with me, or if I had a partner or something, like, there's no way this person would do this. He'd run and hide. He's an absolute coward of a person. And as a part of this abuse, I have been purposely isolated. There's no help at all available to me here in Campbelltown, New South Wales. The authorities are in on this. Everyone, just about everyone, is in on this. Doesn't matter who I turn to for help. The justice system makes sure that that person doesn't help me, or that organisation. And this channel is my only protection. So I'm going to protect the air in my home at all costs, no matter what. I'm going to protect my life. And the Campbelltown Police, they are nothing but a glorified gang of bullies who carry on like a bunch of hoons. Seriously, they are a disgrace. They are an absolute disgrace to all police everywhere. Last night, they've been putting me through abuse for over a year. They stalk me in my home. They watch me in my home, and they come up with ways to abuse me according to my movements in my home. And they've stalked me every single day for a year, over a year now, except for Christmas Day. That was the only day that they didn't. They stalked me in the patrol car, and they stalked me in the police helicopter. And last night, yeah, you would have thought you were dealing with like a bunch of hoons, seriously, the way these police carry on. This whole town's been out of control as far as the traffic, the regulation of the noise, the regulation of the faulty vehicles, things like that. Like, it's just been anything goes as a part of the noise attacks that have been carried out here in Campbelltown. I've talked about these noise attacks on a lot of my videos. You can go back and watch most of them, and I mention these noise attacks. I'm not going to go into them right now, but they created a lot of pollution, and they were deliberate attacks where the noise was being created to try and cause me stress. And they were also creating pollution on purpose, and I'm still seeing people do this on a daily basis, creating pollution. So the Campbelltown Police have actually been encouraging this. They also stalk me to encourage these abusive neighbours who are being paid to take my life. They stalk me to encourage these neighbours to continue abusing me. And last night I had gone to bed. I'm not quite sure what time it was now when the police started stalking, but they pulled a stunt where they put their siren on, and they made out like they were doing a police chase past my home. It wasn't, though. It was just a deliberate attack on my nerves, my stress levels. The whole point of this abuse that these neighbours are carrying out, and the police right now, is that they are putting me through this intense abuse to try and cause my heart to race, because I actually have a condition where my heart beats very, very fast, and I do suffer from severe PTSD where I have severe anxiety attacks, and it's really hard for me to slow my heartbeat down once it starts up. once it starts, to go very fast, it's very hard for me to control it to get it back down again. So last night, the Campbelltown police carried out this stunt where they went past my home and they had the siren on, and it was all done. It was all stalking. It was all a part of the stalking that's been carried out on me. But see, they want me to talk about this because they want me to sound like I'm just delusional, like I'm just making this up, or that I'm imagining that they're doing this because of me. But no, there's so much evidence on this channel now against the Campbelltown police and these neighbours and what they've done and why they're doing this. I mean, it's accumulated on this channel. There's so much out there. The truth is out there. I mean, these people are even caught. So the fact that this neighbour is, actually still breathing his filthy, disgusting smoke into my home when he's already caught. I mean, everybody that has watched this channel and everyone that's been involved in this town knows that these neighbours have been paid to take my life and to abuse me to death. And if anything happens to me, this person's going to be up for murder. I mean, I'm sure when he's arrested and the whole truth comes out, that he's going to be charged with attempted murder for what he has put me through. And I can say that with some confidence because I know what I've been through and I know what this person's done. So, why he would still be doing this, the only reason he would still be doing this is because he's addicted to abusing me. And he doesn't know what to do with himself other than that. So I'm just on here to protect the air in my home from this person. And I also just wanted to expose the Campbelltown police for the absolute idiots that they are. I mean, they just make themselves look more and more stupid every day, these police, seriously. I don't know what they're trying to prove. I think they're trying to prove to the community here in Campbelltown that they're still in control of the whole situation. And I mean, it was a deliberate attempt on my heart. It was, because this is what they are trying to do. They are trying, this must be the new way that the justice system and communities take people out when they want to get rid of them, when they know truth, when they speak out about injustices and things like that, and they want to get rid of them. This is what they do. They just abuse the person to death in their home, in the community. I mean, I've been being stalked everywhere I go for over a year. And I have just people coming towards me all the time just to carry out very cruel psychological abuse. And I tell you what, these police here in Campbelltown are the cruelest, most callous, heartless bunch of police I think you could ever come across in your life. Like they just really are. They're just disgusting. They're not police. They don't act like police. I mean, this town's been out of control. I thought to myself this morning, I was really sad because I was driving on my way to the shops to buy the ladder. Like I grew up here in Campbelltown, and it's just like what I've seen on the road, like from the people stalking me and just the way people are acting and stuff like that as a part of this abuse. It's just out of control, and it's just really sad to see, my hometown just go downhill in such a way. And the pollution that's been created here, and what these noise attacks have done to the environment, that would be just devastating if you measured it. But, I'm sure they don't want to look at that. But anyway, I just wanted to expose these people, especially the Campbelltown police, for what they're doing, because it was a deliberate attack on my life last night. And I did have an anxiety attack. I had a severe anxiety attack for a panic attack for a couple of hours, and it took me ages to try and get my heart rate down. And this disgusting person that lives diagonally to me, he knows this too. And so do these other neighbours involved. They know that I have this fast heart rate, and that's all he's trying to do. He's trying to make my heart race. I mean, these people think of it as some sick idea of fun, like it's a game, and it's not. Playing with my life is no game, and I'm going to get on here and speak up about it every time these people abuse me like this, because I don't deserve it at all. And they're just trying to get out of accountability. I mean, they're all cowards when it's all said and done. These police, everyone that's involved in this. I mean, I am a single woman on my own, and this is why this is being done. Because if I was in a relationship, if I wasn't single, or if I was a man, like this just wouldn't be happening. There's no way it would be. So, I'm being discriminated against here too in Campbelltown, New South Wales. So not only has there been crimes against humanity in the way that this abuse that's been carried out on me is just so cruel, and it's been absolutely relentless. I've been forced to sit through absolute hours and hours of cruel, inhumane abuse in my own home because of what the landlord, St George Community Housing, has done here. And the Campbelltown Police, I mean, they have been watching in on this camera as well, and they watch me go through this suffering. And it's being done to take my life. And they take every single opportunity that they can to do this. So, yeah, neighbour, if you're listening downstairs, leave me alone, because I'm going to protect myself and I'm going to expose you for what you're doing every chance I get. You're already caught. You're already going to be up for attempted murder when the truth comes out. So why you would want to continue doing this and make it murder, I have no idea. Not that that's going to happen anyway, because God's not going to let that happen. Because you're going to be receiving the justice that you deserve for what you have done. And that's why I'm still here now to talk about this, because I've been going through this for over a year. It's actually an absolute miracle that I've made it through this. So I'm sure that I'm going to be still here to watch these people get the justice that I deserve. So thank you for listening if you've watched this video to the end. And if there's anyone out there that can help me raise awareness of what I've been going through here in Campbelltown, New South Wales, please reach out to me and let me know if you can. My email will be in the description box of this video. So bye for now, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and God bless.